Mostly these girls are being employed by the perpetrators in massage parlors. So this is very worrisome. Okay. And also what we feel is that the kind of intervention which is required to combat commercial sexual exploitation in Goa is not taking place. I'm not saying that state has not acted, but the kind of action is required that is not happening.
They will submit this report to the state government. They have made some important suggestions to control such activities. 1. Appoint full-time police personnel to handle human trafficking. 2. The raid team should include respectable witnesses. 3. Treat a girl or woman rescued from prostitution as victims. 4. Goa government should formulate a rehabilitation scheme. And 5. Police unit should proactively work to curb the menace. Our reporter from Sankwa, Laukik Shilkar, with video journalist Ganesh Hodkar for Prudent Media.
We are now heading in for a short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Teachers' Day is being celebrated throughout the nation. It is celebrated as a tribute to the hard work and devotion of the teachers all year long. Teachers' Day in India is dedicated to Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who was an academic philosopher and the first Vice President and the second President of India. The Directorate of Education felicitated some teachers on the occasion for their contribution in the field of education.
On the occasion of Teachers' Day, the Directorate of Education organized an award distribution function for teachers who have made an exemplary contribution in the field of education. Chief Minister Digambar Kamath, Education Minister Babush Munsera, Director of Education Selsa Pinto and other officials from the education fraternity were present for the occasion. Chief Minister Digambar Kamath stressed on the need to impart quality education to the students in this era of globalization.
Quantity education has reached each and every nooks and corners of this state. But do we today still have a quality education? This is the question mark. And let us give more thrust on quality education. Today in this globalized era, you have to achieve excellence in each and every field. Then only you can survive.
Education Minister Babush Munsera promised to regularize the teachers in schools who are working on a contract basis.
We have promised computer teachers that their services will be regularized and we stick to it. The Cabinet will shortly approve creation of posts of the said teachers, and the final stage would involve a regular salary and a regular posting. Our government schools are rejuvenated with the appointment of teachers on regular basis, so as to uplift the standard of education in those schools. Under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, shortly 300 primary teachers will be appointed so as to end the block of single teacher school system in the state.
Our reporter Jason Suarez with video journalist Ganesh Hodkar for Prudent Media.
Caetano Martins from Karanzale held a demonstration outside Archbishop's Place on Saturday. Martins alleged Archbishop's house of selling some large tracts of land in Karanzale to rich people and builders. Martins says the original landlord Sautamawar wanted his land to remain for his sole and poor people, but church sold it to builders. Meanwhile, Archbishop's house has refuted all the allegations made by Caetano Martins. Archbishop's house says the land transfer was as per the church and government law and land was given to the original settlers.
Caetano Martins held demonstration outside Archbishop's Palace from Saturday morning till 5 in the evening. At around 4 o'clock, Panji police also arrived at the site. Martin says that the landlord stated that his land should remain for his soul and for poor people. Later, the properties of Sotomayor were maintained by Archbishop's Palace. But Martins alleges the Archbishop's Palace of selling the land.
This property is Goribang, Sonsara Sosur and Surya Sosur. Sotomayor, Muntaji, Barkar, Sotomayor. Main Muntache Municipal Victi, Bishop, and all the builder and guest Lokakilkika.
Archbishop's Palace has refuted all these allegations. Archbishop's Palace say that some tenants were staying on the property. The land was transferred to the original settlers as per law. Archbishop's Palace also says the matter is sub judice to make any further comments.
Whatever the transfer of land has taken place in Karanzale, it was done according to laws of the church and also the laws of the land. Land means of the state.
So basically that land went to the original stayer?
Yes, original stayers who were staying there. Anyone can make any claims, and without substantiation we cannot say anything about that. It's only that. And there are cases in the court with a verdict we are waiting, and only then we can make any public statement, not before that.
Our senior reporter from Panji, Rakesh Kandolkar, with video journalist Ganesh Hotkar.
Education Minister Atanasio Monserrat has informed that Education Department has made the midday meal scheme optional. Only those who wish to avail of the scheme can submit their names.
Students will now have the option of taking the midday meal scheme provided by the government only if they want. Monserrat said that the ADEIs will be directed to make a list of those students who wish to avail of the scheme.
Students, what we said, we have still not made optional. We have said that the ADI should go to all the schools, or write to all the schools and check with the schools how many students don't want to take the benefit of this midday school scheme.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And so I will say, who doesn't want to have the midday scheme? We cannot force someone to have it, no?
Okay.
So who doesn't want to have? So those students will be cut out.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Yes, we are still on that thing. We are still working on that. We have told them to find out how many students basically doesn't want to.
A reporter from Panji, Jason Suarez.
High security registration plates from past many days has faced lots of allegations and opposition from the people in the state. Ratish Naik, who fixed this number plate few days back, has complained that the number plate is discoloring within 15 to 20 days. Ratish Naik has now demanded reimbursement. Similar incident had taken place in Vasco couple of days back.
Ratish Naik from Mapsa bought a two-wheeler on 11th August and fixed a newly introduced high security registration plate. After a delay by the authorized dealer, it was fixed almost after 5 to 6 days after purchase. But surprisingly, within 15 to 20 days, the front number plate started withering. Owner of the bike, Ratish Naik, briefed us more.
Yesterday when I have seen the number plate, it was noticed that it was discolored. Either they have to reimburse the cost of the driver and get it replaced. Otherwise I have to take the legal action against the director of transport.
It is surprising that newly introduced number plate introduced by the government has started withering within few days. Similar case was also reported from Vasco just a couple of days back. The person from Vasco too had the same problem. Our reporter from Mapsa, Shamsundar Fatte for Prudent Media.
Watch news from sports after the short break. Stay tuned.